The Persian Gulf may look calm from above, but this narrow region controls one of the most important oil routes on Earth. Every day, millions of barrels of oil pass through these waters, feeding the global economy. Nearly 20% of the world's oil moves through the Strait of Hormuz. If this passage becomes unsafe, the entire energy market reacts immediately. Rising military tension in the Middle East makes oil transportation more dangerous. Even a small conflict can push prices higher within hours. Oil tankers travel slowly, carrying energy that powers cities, factories, and transportation. Any attack on these routes can affect millions of people worldwide. When the first explosion near an oil tanker is reported, markets respond instantly. Traders fear supply shortages, and prices begin to rise fast. Breaking news spreads across the world, warning about possible disruptions in oil supply. Investors rush to secure energy before prices climb even higher. The price of oil jumps quickly. $120, $150, then $180 per barrel. Experts start to talk about a number that once seemed impossible: $200 for a single barrel of oil. At this level, oil is no longer just expensive. It becomes a global economic threat affecting every country. Because oil is not only fuel, it is the foundation of modern life. Transportation is the first system to feel the impact. Trucks, ships, and airplanes all depend on fuel to move goods. When fuel prices rise, the cost of shipping rises too. And when shipping becomes expensive, everything becomes expensive. Food prices begin to increase as farmers pay more for fuel and fertilizer. Modern agriculture cannot work without energy. Tractors, irrigation systems, and factories all depend on oil or gas. Higher energy costs mean lower production. Stores start raising prices to survive. People notice the difference almost immediately. Cities around the world begin to feel the pressure of rising costs. Inflation grows faster than wages. Families spend more on fuel, food, and electricity. Savings begin to disappear. Stock markets react to uncertainty and fear. Investors sell shares as the risk of recession increases. Factories reduce production to save energy. Some industries stop completely. Countries that import oil suffer the most. Their economies depend on energy from abroad. Europe, Japan, India, and many developing nations struggle to keep prices under control. Energy bills rise faster than governments can respond. People begin to protest in the streets. High prices turn into political problems. Governments hold emergency meetings to find solutions. But oil supply cannot increase overnight. At the same time, military tension keeps markets nervous. Warships move closer to vital oil routes. Missiles, drones, and attacks on infrastructure make the situation worse. One strike can change the global price in seconds. Gas stations in some regions run out of fuel. Long lines begin to form. Supermarkets struggle to keep shelves full. Supply chains start to break. Factories shut down as electricity becomes too expensive. Unemployment begins to rise. Families worry about the future. Economic crisis turns into social crisis. But not every country loses in this situation. Some nations benefit from higher oil prices. Oil-producing countries earn more money as prices rise. Their exports become more valuable. The United States, Saudi Arabia, and Russia increase profits from energy sales. High prices strengthen their energy industries. This creates imbalance in the global economy. Some countries grow stronger, while others struggle to survive. Political tension increases as nations compete for resources. Energy becomes a strategic weapon. more military forces move near key regions. The risk of larger conflict grows. History shows that energy crises often lead to global instability. Past oil shocks caused recessions and political change. With oil at $200, the impact could be even bigger. Markets fall, currencies weaken, and debts grow. People lose trust in the future. Fear spreads faster than the crisis itself. Governments try to control prices, but the market is stronger. Supply and demand decide the outcome. Energy shortages slow the world down. Travel becomes expensive, and trade becomes difficult. Countries begin to form new alliances to secure resources. Power balances start to change. More weapons are bought as tensions rise. Security becomes the priority. The global economy enters dangerous territory. Growth stops, and recession begins. Oil at $200 does not only mean expensive fuel, it means uncertainty for the entire world. Every crisis in history changed the balance of power. This one could do the same. Markets fall, protests grow, and conflicts spread across regions. The world becomes more unstable. Energy is the backbone of modern civilization. When it breaks, everything shakes. A long war, blocked oil routes, and rising prices can push the world into crisis, and recovery may take years. This scenario may sound extreme, but history shows it is not impossible. Oil at $200 could reshape the global economy. This is a scenario, not a prediction.